already made several videos on SpaceX exposing it for nothing but CGI propaganda, nothing but fakery. People can't grasp the truth because sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. And as I showed before in a previous video, they can fake anything. Let's just take a look at this footage from back in 2009 with chroma key. Just take a look at this. I mean, again, if they put this out in the news, you would believe it's real. Just take a look at all this with the supposed ship on fire. It looks real enough, and that's enough for the sheep to buy this faker. Let's take a look at SpaceX. I mean, why don't we see CNN, Fox News, or MSNBC covering this? All we get is SpaceX employees covering this, and no media coverage whatsoever as far as doing interviews, on-site footage. All we get, again, is SpaceX footage. Let's take a look at this. And nothing but fakery. Now, something I want to touch upon. SpaceX Falcon. Now notice, there's no cameras propped up anywhere. I'll get to that in a little bit. First off, let's finish off taking a look at this garbage, supposed launch into space. Now we get over here to this footage. Now explain this angle. How do they obtain this camera angle? Again, I'm going to show this previous footage here. Now you see this vantage point of the fake ball Earth. Of course they're going to show the edge of the fake ball Earth. Now again, where is the camera to get that position, that angle? How do they do this? Explain that. You want to explain that? I don't think so. Okay? At this angle, where is there another rocket in space filming this? People just want to believe. They don't ask questions. And they basically have piss poor discernment. They have no discernment. Whatever is produced by TV, they're just going to believe. That's simple. Now let's take a look here. Look how fake this is. Again, they must get the vantage point of the fake ball Earth. Look how fake this is. Look how phony this is. You kidding me? You people believe this? Just a complete joke. I mean, again, I'm going to ask for the 5th time. How do they get this vantage point with a camera angle? Now look at this fake phony landing. Now look how it pauses here. I'm going to back this up again. Look how it pauses here. And all of a sudden it comes all the way to the side. From this vantage point,
Falcon 9 has landed.
Back this up here again. One last time. It's a complete joke.
Falcon 9 has landed.
Sure it has
Operators
landed.
moving to procedure 11.100 and recovering that.
Give me a break, you liar, you fraud. Perpetrating fraud on the masses. Now let's take a look at this footage. Why don't we see any amateur footage of this supposed rocket taking off? This is not deserted areas, people living in this region, this area, but of course no amateur footage. And look at this, the thrust in the bottom. It's like a candle in the wind. You know, if this was really, propelling this rocket, you would see the thrust basically go straight down. It's going to the side. Nothing about this looks real. Look at this. Complete garbage. But people are going to just lap this up and believe it. Again, where is the amateur footage of this? Look how fake this looks. It looks like a video game from PlayStation 1. People just lap this up as real. Again, piss poor discernment. Now let's take a look at this total fakery. And they add other elements to create the illusion of real. But again, doesn't pass the smell test, doesn't look real because it's not real. Thunderbirds are go. Now look what you see here. You see some cattle running past. Oh, this must be real. Look, they have cattle running by. And you have a rocket taking off. This must be real. Now look at this. This fake CGI cattle running by. He's coming up here in a second. There they go. Give me a break. Give me a break. This is another vantage point. The fakery. Now here you're going to see another element added. with the fake bird come flopping around. Look at the angle the bird comes in and goes up and down, coming up here and says, look at this bird. He goes up, then he comes back down, he goes back up. What a complete joke. But of course, the sheep are going to buy it. They should have had sheep running past here instead of these cows. And again, it brings me back to this chroma key. You know, they can fake anything today. Just take a look at this. People think it's impossible to fake something like that. I mean, it looks fake. This looks more real than that SpaceX garbage that we just saw. Just take a look at this. Again, this is older footage, by the way. This is from back in 2009 that they created this chroma key video. Well, you're not going to convince the people that want to believe in Santa Claus. They want to believe in the Tooth Fairy. They want to believe in unicorns. They want to believe in the pot at the end of the rainbow. If you can't tell this is all fakery, there's no help for you. Absolutely no hope, no help whatsoever. Again, the fantasy is better than the reality, and that's what it all comes down to. People want to believe. It's very hard to fake real, and there's nothing real about this. And again, it's all about, sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
We're developing a society because of all of these different toxins known to affect brain function. We're seeing a society that not only has a lot more people of lower IQ, but a lot fewer people of higher IQ. In other words, a dumbing down, a chemical dumbing down of society. So everyone's sort of mediocre. That leaves them dependent on government because they can't excel. We have these people of lower IQ who are totally dependent. Then we have this mass of people who are going to believe anything they're told because they can't really think clearly. And very few people of very high IQ who have good cognitive function who can figure this all out. And that's what they want. So, you can kind of piece it together as to why they are so insistent in spending so many hundreds of millions of dollars of propaganda money to dumb down society.
I just saw this video by SpaceX. What complete garbage. I mean, what NASA does looks 100% legit compared to these clowns. This is ridiculous. And NASA, make no mistake about it, they're nothing but propaganda. But this is just an absolute complete joke. Take a look at this garbage.
So you're seeing live footage of Course I Still Love You, our drone ship, waiting for the, here's the engine, slowing down, lights are deployed.
You hear all the people cheering in the background. It sounds like a bunch of girls at a Backstreet Boy concert. Give me a break. Take a look at this rocket. Again, supposedly reusable. What are the mechanisms to keep this rocket coming down straight on this platform, keeping it stabilized? Completely ridiculous. And of course, the masses are going to buy it. They're going to lap it up. Because anything produced by Jeff Bezos and SpaceX, anything produced by NASA must be legit. Why would they lie to us? People don't get it. Take a look again at this garbage. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And look at all these people here. Look at these clowns.
You can see it right
enough of that. What the heck is going on with these people? They must be promised something. I don't know, money, free pizza. What's the deal? Must be family members that are all gathered here. Just complete junk. Complete dumbed down society we live on to believe this is legit. There's no hope for humanity, and they can't see this is nothing but complete garbage. And supposedly this rocket landing on a drone ship, this is complete garbage like usual. I'm going to show an image here of the drone ship. They call it more like a sail barge. And give me a break how this thing supposedly comes straight down. You've got a rough ocean, you've got the elements, the wind and whatnot. And supposedly they can have this rocket come straight down. Let's take a look at this footage. Complete garbage. There's no audio. They kind of sped it up a little bit. But the entire point of this is to prove the ball Earth. Look how you see this rocket pointed at an angle like parallel almost, and somehow it adjusts itself and comes down for a straight landing. Give me a break. There you go. It's all about proving the ball Earth. Now you got a rocket in the bottom. How does this pencil, basically a flying pencil, regain itself and land straight down like this? What a complete joke. I understand people want to believe this is real. When I was a child, I wanted to believe, that unicorns are real, that dinosaurs are real somewhere in Africa, still alive today, that there was a pot at the end of the rainbow, but this is not reality. People are still children. They believe this is possible when it's not. And where's the amateur footage of this? Let's get a little bit of a close-up here. And again, look at this. Look at these swells hitting the side of this barge. You believe this thing can really land like this? Give me a break. No way. But, people love the fantasy because it's better than reality. Let's take one more look at this, just to see how fake and phony this is. All it is propaganda. It's ball Earth garbage. Go from that position. I understand with a rocket, but what is the mechanism to straighten it out after being basically parallel and coming straight down? Someone want to explain that? I don't think so. Complete garbage. That's all SpaceX is. Nothing but propaganda, nothing but lies.
Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere, it's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
How do you like it? They tell you all the time what to do, what to think, what to feel. Do you want to be like a sheep? Like all those other people, man? Do you understand? That piece of shit up there, I never like him. I never trust him.
This is a group of social criminals. These people in the space program. Nassholes, I call them.
Space, the final frontier.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating.
Astronauts to the moon. The Force can have a strong influence on the weak-minded.
Conspiracy theorists.
They've been crazy, but now they're right.
Now just taking a look at the ball Earth, or the supposed ball Earth, where the axis is 23.4 degrees off being vertical. It leads you to 66.6 degrees off horizontal. If you think this is just a coincidence, take a look at this. Earth is supposedly orbiting around the sun and moving at 66,600 miles an hour. Another thing I want to point out here, let's take a look. Now let's take a look at this model with the Earth supposedly orbiting the sun, and of course the moon orbiting Earth. And while this is all taking place, Earth is supposedly rotating. Let's take a look at this image here of Polaris, the North Star. Take a look at this model here. Now, explain to me, for anybody out there, how is it possible for the North Star or Polaris to remain constant above the supposed North Pole while it's orbiting around the sun? It makes absolutely no sense because it doesn't happen. It does not take place. That's simple. Now let's take a look at this. So, like I said, the Earth's supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Gravity holds on the water, and the water is perfectly still. How is this possible? If the Earth is supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, wouldn't you think the water would fly off? This is not possible. People can't grasp reality because all they have been fed are lies. I showed this image before, Under the Dome by Stephen King. Again, mockery in plain sight, truth in plain sight. And let's look at this space shuttle launch from Cape Canaveral in Florida. As I mentioned before, the reason they have these shuttle launches, or supposed shuttle launches, into space, off the coast, so basically these rockets could land right in the water, right in the ocean. That's what it's all about. And later on, again, when you see the supposed space shuttles, which are nothing more than airplanes coming for a landing, it's just like a movie. It's all edited, fit together for the public. Just take a look at this image as well. You really believe this space shuttle is going to outer space? This is completely ridiculous. Now let's take a look at this image here put together by David from deep inside the rabbit hole. Just look at the flight paths the airlines make people take. You will not see plane crossing from South Africa to Australia. That would be, of course, the shortest route. Here's the flat Earth model. And like he states, there's no shortcuts. And of course, UN logo, the same exact thing. You can go to this one website, which is called Flight Radar 24. And it shows all this flight activity worldwide. Interesting enough, you see all these planes flying all over the place. Understand, the so-called northern hemisphere, with the flat Earth model, it does not affect flight paths. When you get to the south, that's where everything is stretched out. This is why you don't see these flights. Take a look here. You'll notice you'll never see, if you go to Flight Radar 24, you'll never see flights in the process of crossing from southern South America to South Africa or South Africa to Australia. What I witnessed myself watching it over time is you won't see an actual plane crossing, but right when it reaches land, then all of a sudden it appears on radar. How amazing. I'm talking about how the game is rigged with this matrix and why so many can't see or understand what's taking place. Let's look at some of the deceivers. Of course, the public school system is going to teach, the ball earth, which is expected. When it comes to these so-called Christians, these truth speakers such as Ken Hovind, this is how they control the matrix. They're going to have him tell you the absolute 100% truth when it comes to evolution, but he's not going to tell you the truth about the flat earth. So many of his presentations, you'll see that globe in plain sight right in front of his desk. He's pointing at it. And again, giving you 95% truth when he talks about evolution being a lie. When it comes to the ball earth, he's going to deny it. He's going to deny the earth is flat. He's going to stick to the ball earth theory. This is how they operate. Let's take a look at Ken Hovind. He was a member of the Prophecy Club. Nothing but a club of deceivers. I pointed this out before at my previous channel with all the Masonic hand signs. With this one with Doc Marquise. It just so happens their zip code in Topeka, Kansas starts with 666. Now what are the chances of that? They go out of their way to have the occultic numbers in plain sight. Like I just referenced, 666, 777, the 33, the 911. Always in plain sight. And also the signs and symbols, the sign of silence, all these supposed oath keepers of keeping secrets. Interesting enough, look at this Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield. doing the same sign of silence. More recent news story with David Bowie supposedly passing away. He is part of the rigged game, the matrix that we live in. Now, some might ask, if this is all true, why doesn't the news say so? Why does the news expose this as truth? Understand? People that are awake already realize this. The media is 100% controlled. Some might say, well, what about my preacher? What about my pastor? Why don't they tell me the truth? You see the problem here? All the Masonic hand signs, just like all the rest of the deceivers. These are all Freemasons, all liars. The game is 100% rigged. Just look at John Hagee's hands here, the devil horns. Take a look at this hand sign that he does twice here. Just like Anton LaVey. These are all Satanists. When the Bible states Satan deceives the world, that is very literal, as you can see. So the people that go to church, that attend services, they don't hear their preacher say 9/11 is not what we're told. Sandy Hook was a hoax. What happened in Paris, France is a hoax. This is because all those involved, all of TV, is 100% controlled. And again, this is how they control the Matrix. With all the videos I'm making covering the flat earth lately, I'm getting a lot of questions about satellites. You know, this is their evidence that the earth is a ball. Now let's take a look at these images of these satellites. Do these look real to you? I want you people that talk about satellites all the time to show me a real image of a satellite. All you get are these CGI images, not a single real image of a satellite anywhere. Why is that? All we get is this fake garbage. You get a CGI satellite, you get a CGI planet, all bogus, 100%. So, for all you people coming to my channel, talking about satellites, make a video, produce real satellites. You can't do it because they don't exist, period. Supposedly close to 3,000 satellites up in space. Again, all we get is this fake garbage. Now let's look at what ISS has to produce as far as real satellites. Get that fake garbage. You get this. All CGI, computer animated. Looks like a video game. Where are the satellites? You don't see any because they don't exist. Look at this. Wow. You believe this is real? If you believe this is real, you're going to believe every single lie NASA, the media, your government tells you. You've been completely blinded from birth. You believe everything you've been told your whole life. And any time someone questions an official story by your leaders, you get angry, you get upset, you get defensive. Because no one likes to be told they've been lied to their entire lives. But all you get, again, is computer animated garbage. Your whole life is nothing but garbage. Now with the supposed live feed from the ISS, you get this bogus CGI satellite here. Where are all the rest of the satellites? Where are they? How can people see through this deception? You believe this is real? You gotta be kidding me. Again, complete mockery on the masses that take lies as truth and truth as lies. Now let's take a look at some photos supposedly from NASA of the ball of Earth, the blue marble, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour in space. You believe these are real. All fake garbage. Again. How people can't see this? No clue. It's a waste of time arguing with these idiots that can't see their own two eyes. Unbelievable how the masses, completely blinded by their masters. In a form of mockery with Hollywood, they're going to tell you the truth right in front of your face as form of mockery. Under the Dome, that TV show, it's exactly what we're living under, the dome. That's why all the images of Earth from space, all the fake satellite images, they're all fake. Why? They cannot get past the dome to take real images of Earth. That simple. So again, with these TV shows, such as the Big Bang Theory as well, they like to put the occult all in plain sight with these TV shows. And again, like I stated before, when you see a rainbow after it's done raining and the sky clears, what you get here are these water beads that act like a mirror that get a reflection from the dome that is above us. More of the same. That's a reflection. Again, the water acting as a mirror, a reflection of the dome above us. And I found this pretty interesting with the Sky Dome, another form of mockery with the name Sky Dome. It was built by IBI in Canada. What do you see? The upside down pentagram, right side up pentagram, the occult in plain sight. And this is their official website. Look it up yourself. I'll show some more images here from their website, giving the details about the Sky Dome. Now the occult with the Sky Dome. And what do you see here? The obelisk. Right outside. Again, all about the occult. All these large companies, to get their contracts, to be successful, they know their role. They know what they need to do. Just looking at some images here. More images. This is the one that's right in your face. You know, on their home page for the Sky Dome, this is their image. Again, with the occult in plain sight. Completely ridiculous how people can't see that those that rule this world worship Satan. Now, talking about Sky Dome, let's take a look here with The Simpsons. And of course, as I mentioned before, Matt Groening of The Simpsons, being a Freemason, what does he have? They're going to put the Sky Dome in one of their episodes. And of course, more little occultic symbol here. They're all about the occult. Everyone that makes on top of this world, with no exception, they're part of the so-called Illuminati, the elite, all those that worship Satan.